I spend a lot of time looking at cryptocurrencies, working on my mining farm, but I also love stocks. And a stock recently came across my desk that intrigued me because it uses a common crypto term. It's a micro cap stock still, and they have a vehicle to pretty much trade any cryptocurrency on the stock market. And they're buying back nearly 10% of their market cap, along with generating over $100 million in cash annually right now.
We're not looking for $3 on this stock or $4, especially in an environment that we're looking at now. We're looking at 8 to 10.
I'm Vosk here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Let's dig into this intriguing stock. We're going to be looking at DeFi tech. And DeFi is decentralized finance, and DeFi is normally reserved for cryptocurrency. But again, this is a publicly traded stock, and it still hasn't been listed on NASDAQ and things like that, so it's absolutely early. I'm really thankful that Future Money Trends brought this stock to us. And when they started showing us the more information about it, and I had a call with FMT's founder about this stock in particular, the more I learned, the more that I just kind of became interested, intrigued. For example, you may know Pomp, crypto personality. He posted an article about why he would basically pick a stock that he would have pitched at a conference, specifically DeFi Technologies, which is the DeFi stock we're talking about. Over-the-counter trades is DEFTF. The thesis here is that investors in traditional markets and on Wall Street want exposure to potential 10 to 100x opportunities, much like us crypto degens do. DeFi Technologies, which is the parent company of Valour, which we'll talk more about here in a bit, has a very interesting capability in their playbook. Okay, so an ETP, what is that? An ETP is an exchange traded product. It's kind of like an ETF. Normally this is what we see them as in Europe. So they have the approval, the license to do this already. So instead of charging less than 50 basis points, typical for Bitcoin ETFs in America, Valour charges 1.5% or higher to manage these esoteric assets, these unique crypto token. In addition to making this product, they hold these assets, and these assets oftentimes are able to generate returns for staking and other crypto native revenue opportunities. They also engage in market making for these assets, which of course can generate additional fees there, for example being like a liquidity provider, among other things. By his calculation, Valour's average fee generation is approximately 7.2%, which is AUM as assets under management. If we take this piece from their earnings report, their assets under management grew by 476% to about $500 million, up from $106 million in December 31st, 2022. There's numerous places to trade stock, for example, Schwab, and that's personally where I'm going to grab some of these stocks. And although we were supported in making this video because they have engaged in marketing, I personally like where the numbers fall, and I'm going to grab some stock myself. I'm going to do that at the time of posting this video, so there's no potential market manipulation. Oh, he's trying to pump his bags. If you subscribe to VoskCoin and you have notifications on, you could be grabbing this at about the same time that I possibly could be, because our reputation is first and foremost, and then gains, of course, would be our second priority, right? Or something like that. So you can log into Schwab, put in DEFTF, get your account loaded up. You'll see that it's a micro cap stock. We looked at it is doing well in price point. It has recently hit an all-time high in price, and there's big pros and cons to that. Sure, we'd love to get in earlier and be up to this point, but this is also still a company that's trading under $400 million. That recently boasted about generating an additional 59 million, which is 43.4 million US dollars, that was Canadian dollars, low risk arbitrage trades, which means that they've totaled over 83.4 million in those trades just in Q2 2024. Digging into the team a little bit, one of the names that will stand out is going to be Newton here. Who is Newton if you're unfamiliar with him? Well, let's kind of look around and dig around. What has he done? What does he do? One thing that you may know related to him that he founded is Hive blockchain. Hive Digital commands a market cap of about $300 million right now. And the breakdown of their corporate structure is interesting. So you have DeFi Technology that has joint ventures in things like Hive. They also have a venture capital portfolio that is under the DeFi Technologies Inc. brand that includes investments in things like Luxor, which has a mining pool we've talked about before, as well as node management, as well as Sovereign, which is basically looking to build on top of the Bitcoin chain. And then they are operating nodes on Solana, Coinbase, right? They have the ETP products through the Valour company, and these are wholly owned subsidiaries, true child companies of theirs. Let's talk a little bit more about these ETPs, exchange traded products, right? Which ones do they have? Bitcoin 0, Ethereum 0, right? We see Polkadot, we see Avalanche, we see Binance, Engine, Uniswap, Digital Asset Basket, Cosmos, Solana, which has been, I believe, their highest performing one because Solana has just been going nuts over the last year or so. To bring it back to the reference of, what kind of management fees are on these things, we can see for this one in particular, the management fee is 1.9%. And they're clearly keeping up with trends. Like Toncoin has come out of just nowhere to skyrocket in market cap, and we can see that they have an ETP on TON. TON just feels like it came out of nowhere to command this massive market cap. It's up 334% in the last year. But what is substantial is it has a $17 billion market cap, right? And so while it was a higher market cap coin, to go from trading at $1.50 a coin to about $7.50 a coin right now within the same year at a 17 billion market cap, it's the 10th biggest crypto. Like, this is sitting next to the legendary Dogecoin. That's crazy. The point here being, though, is that they are in tune, in sync with the market. That's kind of the point. We look at some small cap research that Zacks had posted. I wish that I saw this earlier, right? This was posted back in April. This was trading at 55 cents a share. And he put his valuation for this at $3. So that would be a little bit more than a 2x at current prices. And this was before they announced any sort of share buyback and things like that. And it cites some interesting trends. For example, more and more Wall Street is embracing crypto. We have the Bitcoin tailwinds, ETF inflows, and then the ETP head start, right? And these are the ETPs that he researched at the time of writing this, and they've added more since then. A focus on altcoins and crypto growth, not just being a Bitcoin story. Bitcoin has been on a tear, obviously big fan of BTC. But I really think that we have not seen alts rocket in this cycle. So I think there's a lot of room for altcoin cryptocurrencies still to run. And in line with altcoin cryptocurrencies, we can see altcoin stocks run as well. While Bitcoin ETFs have been doing very well, if Solana and other altcoins are on a tear, people are going to want exposure in every which way. And sure, you can get out there and go buy the coins. And I'm very crypto native, and that's true, and that's fine. But a lot of people have all their money sitting in their stock portfolio. They don't want to take it out into dollars and then go buy Bitcoin and then go to a different exchange and trade that Bitcoin for one of these altcoins. If they can utilize their cash in their brokerage account, bam, and just buy into one of these altcoins and get that exposure, you best believe that's what they're going to do. And the people that are doing that kind of stuff normally are higher net worth types. Here's some interesting highlights from their earnings call. It was over an hour long, but these are some of the segments that stood out to me.
99% of the world's companies trade at 20 times profits. We are trading at 3 times profits. Therein lies the opportunity from an ownership perspective and why you should be buying the stock. But it creates a lot of fear in our heads, at least it doesn't mine, because I've said this repeatedly, between, Ollie, Johan, friends, family, me, friends, family, and very, very closely related parties, we control probably 120 million shares. We're not looking for $3 on this stock or $4, especially in an environment that we're looking at now. We're looking at, 8 to 10, which, sounds far-fetched, but 5, 6, 7 is where we should be trading just on a reasonable comp basis.
Per Newton, this article is out on StockWatch and other places. DeFi Technology announces launch of normal course issuer bid. Okay, what does that mean? That's a buyback. The company current cash balance is about 70 million Canadian or 51 million USD. NCIB, normal course issuer bid, has been approved by the company's board of directors, accepted by the exchange, and will be executed in accordance with applicable rules. Under these terms, they can purchase common shares in open market transactions. They cannot purchase more than basically 27 million shares, which equates to the current price at about $35 million. So what do you think about DeFi Technologies? For me personally, I'm always interested in microcap anything, whether it's a microcap cryptocurrency, a microcap stock, and so forth. I'm looking for something that can have a bigger upside. And while I do park, a lot of my capital, more conservative things, I take a chunk and I pursue things that I can get into very early. Either way, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Again, I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is, of course, not financial advice. This is just me having fun. And this is my research, and it's largely impacting what I'm personally doing. So hey, I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. This is not financial advice. It's just entertainment purposes only. I'm sharing my research, what I do. I look at this stuff all day, every day. I am a trader. I am an investor. I do everything I possibly can to try to get my money working for me here. So I hope you enjoyed the content. Let's close it out with our CSO. That's going to be our Chief Stock Officer, Tails Vosk. Run 10 seconds of Tails in every video because, well, she owns VoskCoin, and I'm just the guy who yells at the camera all day. So I'll see you on the next one.